What's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing? What's up, everyone? Welcome in. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Let's get to it. So, let's let everybody get in first, actually. Then we'll get into it. What's up, y'all? How is everybody doing? Happy Friday. It is a beautiful day. What's going on, Steven? How are you doing today, Steven? What's up, man? Doctor, what's up? Kevin D, what's up, man? What's going on, y'all? So we're going to get in this slate as soon as everybody kind of files in until we get a certain amount of people in here, and then we'll start. Andrew, what's up, bro? How's everybody doing? How y'all feeling about this slate today? I feel great about it, man. I've been really, there's a couple spots that I keep landing on that I'll talk about that I'm feeling really good about today. We'll work it out. What's up, Steve? Excited for the big slate. Let's get it, Kevin. Been a while since I caught a live. What's up, Steve? Welcome in, bro. Welcome in, man. Yeah, I've been back doing the lives for about, a week now? A week and a half? What's up, brother? George, what's up, man? What's going on, man? You doing all right? Is Barton a must with Jokic back? Barton is not a must with Jokic back, no. Barton's price is still elevated. I actually am off of Barton a little bit today with Jokic back in. I can understand still liking Barton a little bit because you still have Michael Porter Jr. out, but with Jokic back, he's obviously not the Will Barton that we loved in this last slate. So, how's everybody's Friday going? Everybody doing good? Jokic about to break the slate. I love Jokic. He is my favorite spend up. It's not particularly close either. Let me see the difference in projection between Jokic and everyone else. I have Jokic about 4 points higher projected than the next best spend up. Happy Friday. Let's kill it. Let's get it, bro. Lock of the day. Lock of the day. Ooh, who do I want to make the lock of the day, man? I'll say either Rubio or Levine. What's up, Cam? Ricky, what's up, bro? You know what? Zach LaVine. Let's settle on Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine's the lock of the day. 8K, no Vooch. Let's get it, Neil. Something keeps bringing me to Robert Williams, 5'8", and Bane, 4'7" on FanDuel. That's fine. I mean, you've got Jaylen Brown out for Boston, so that's giving Robert Williams a little bit of a bump. Not huge because Robert Williams is a big, but offensively, Robert Williams might be expected to do a little more, so that's cool. He's okay. And Bane is fine for sure with Dylan Brooks back out of the lineup. I like it with no Vooch. Yeah. I really like Levine a lot with no Vooch. He really sticks out to me as he feels, especially for cash games, he feels really, really safe. But the plus side of that also is he's got 60-point upside. Like, he could literally go crazy. We know that. Now, this is a different Chicago team than we're used to seeing. They've got DeRozan on the squad now. They've got Lonzo Ball out there now, but still, his usage and his fantasy points per minute calculated together still has him as a fantastic play today. Thoughts on Mobley and Porzingis? Thank you for bringing them up, Anthony. Good question. Kristaps Porzingis is a guy that I've had a lot of exposure to today, surprisingly. Most of the time, I'm not super big on Porzingis, but today I really am. I think at 6'6", I think his price is very, very solid for a team without Maxi Kleber, who's a power forward. You take Kleber off the floor. Then you add on to the fact that Spurs are thin down low right now. You know what I mean? I think it's a great matchup. I think he'll really be able to take advantage of their weakness right now. Thoughts on Mobley? I already answered that. Mobley, I think Mobley's fine as well. There's been some other Cleveland guys that I've preferred, like Rubio, and I like Cedi Osman as value today. I like Darius Garland today, and I do like Mobley. Mobley is priced a little where I don't love, but the spot's great for him. I mean, you've still got Markkanen out. You've still got Kevin Love out. I mean, still great. Jokic and Barton got to be in play in one lineup, you think? Jokic is my top spend up of the day. So Of course, you definitely want Jokic. If you're building one lineup and only one lineup, I think as of right now, my favorite spend-up player would be Jokic if we have plenty of value, which I feel like we do. We've got plenty of options that I like and we'll talk about. But yeah, I think Jokic should be in a lineup. And Will Barton, not as much of a lock as he was the other day, but I do like Will Barton. What's up, by the way, Ricky? What's going on, man? Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. What's up, Just Blaze? How you doing, my friend? How are you doing, my friend? What's up, y'all? Y'all ready for this fucking slate? Let's talk value real quick. Let's talk value because that's what's really going to open everything up. So my favorite value plays on the slate today. Let me go ahead and sort that out. 1 second. All right. My favorite value plays on the slate. I do like Patrick Beverley a good bit today at 4-2. Should be starting and should be defensively, should, be expected to play good minutes to try to guard Russell Westbrook. Only issue with Beverley is they could throw hands. Beverly's super aggressive defensively. He could get in foul trouble. He could get annoyed or Westbrook get annoyed and they throw hands with each other. But Patrick Beverley at 4-2 at the end of the day feels like a solid value option to me. I have him projected at 28, which might sound surprising, but I do have him having a solid game today. I like a lot of Minnesota, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, those guys. I like those guys. Next value that I really like, Tony Bradley for Chicago. No Vooch. Tony Bradley should be getting the start. We'll get information as we get closer, but expecting Tony Bradley to get the start. Even if he doesn't get the start, he's Bearman 3K and should play minutes. Josh Richardson for Boston. Jaylen Brown is out, so Josh Richardson is a solid option. His minutes are projected. He's going to play over 30 minutes most likely. I have his projection right around 21. That makes him a solid value as well. Well, that's answering my question. What was your question? Who the hell is going to play center for Chicago? Yeah, Tony Bradley. Let me make sure. Melo on Lakers, any interest? A little bit of interest on Melo, but not a ton. What's good, Cam? Highest point total game you think we can target? So highest point total game that you should probably target. Let's look at the updated Vegas lines. Let me look at the updated Vegas lines and see what they're thinking right now. So you got Portland and the Rockets at the very top. I think a sneaky game would be the Kings versus OKC. I think that's sneaky high. Nets in New Orleans is sneaky high. But yeah, Portland, Houston, definitely agree. These are two mediocre defenses battling out, two solid, decent offenses. The only thing is this Rockets team's not very good. I feel like this Vegas spread is kind of leaning towards Powell missing. Because if Powell was to play, I don't see how that game really is that close, but it is in Houston. Golden State, Chicago should be decent. But yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts on that. High five still the same. As of right now, you know what? Let me give you an updated high five. Updated high five for today is Ricky Rubio, Jokic, Zach LaVine, Patrick Beverley, and Kristaps Porzingis. I like Beverly a lot as value, like I mentioned. I think he's going to have to play a good bit of minutes to defensively match up with Westbrook. Plus, it's an amazing matchup against the Lakers in general. So that would be it. Rubio, Porzingis, Jokic, LaVine, and Beverly. Probably my new high five as of right now. Thoughts on Jonas Valanciunas? Let me see what his price has gone up to. All right, Jonas Valanciunas. He's gotten up to 9.3. I think he's okay. I think Jonas is okay. Jonas going against Brooklyn. It's a good matchup. What about Rozier at New York? That Knicks defense is decent, man. That Knicks defense is decent. Would you prefer one spend up and balance the rest out, or two spend ups and play some value? So far, my favorite way to go is one spend up and then balance the rest as best as possible. If Draymond misses, is Curry a must play against Chicago? If Draymond misses, it's not going to be a huge upgrade to Curry. It would be more of a bigger upgrade to is Otto Porter back? Let me see. Speaking of that, That would be a bump to Otto Porter and a few other guys, but not a huge bump to Curry. It might be a slight bump to Curry's assist rate, but that's about it. There have been, in rebounding maybe, there have been some players dropping 30 and 40, never saw it coming. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, man. Are you talking value guys or like studs letting you down getting 30 or 40? Portis or Williams, both are 5'8" on FanDuel. Portis or Williams? Portis or Williams? That's a good question, man. Let me see who I have. I have Portis. I have Portis right now. Yeah, the value drop in big games. Yeah, man, it's been happening. Yeah, but I side Portis over Williams. I understand the like for Williams though. No Jaylen Brown. He should be asked to do more offensively, but yeah, probably Portis still. Do any prize picks? I do not do many prize picks. No, I do not really do prize picks. I tried it for a little bit, but I'm so focused on Draftkings and Fanduel, I really don't have time for it. Appreciate the content, Cam. No problem, Joey. Appreciate you joining in, man. Any questions you have, type it in. Blast Cuts, what's up, bro? D'Angelo Russell or De'Aaron Fox? D'Angelo Russell or De'Aaron Fox? I'm going to go Russell, point per dollar. Yo, sorry, just got here. Any locks for tonight? My updated high five is Rubio, Porzingis, Jokic, Levine, and Beverly. Bradley or Isaiah Stewart? Tony Bradley or Isaiah Stewart? Ooh, Tony Bradley or Isaiah Stewart. I have Tony Bradley grade now, better point per dollar. But I'll do more looking into that after we get done here. Isaiah Stewart, Tony Bradley. Yeah, I still have Tony Bradley higher point per dollar at 3K. Unless Tony Bradley doesn't start. If Tony Bradley does not get the start, then it'll be more of an interesting decision between those two. What type of contest do you play the most? Single entry double ups are the most consistent way to profit in DFS. I've learned that over the years. I stick with that. And if you play GPP, single entry GPP. The key to success is just single entry. Period. Hey, Cam. Billy Donovan has said he's considering small lineups featuring Derrick Jones or Javante as center. Really? Derrick Jones or Javante at center. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what we get, man. We should. What I hate is that slate's a little later. As of right now, I'm expecting it to be Bradley, but if something crazy happens, we'll adjust when it comes. Bro went from the handwritten lines to the gamer chair in the office views. Day number 1. Appreciate you, Steve. Yeah, man, I got the gamer chair. I got a little back support. Look, check it out. I got a little back supporter, y'all. Good to hear because that's all I play. All right, cool. I'm worried about small ball lineups from Bradley, I guess. No, I completely understand y'all's fear of that, and I fear it too. I'll still be looking into it all I can. And we'll see how it goes. It's very hard to pass on a guy 3K who's expected to start. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to make adjustments when they come if that does in fact happen. I think that no matter what, Bradley will have to play some minutes though. Porzingis, he's always a letdown, always good spot, but fails. Porzingis is one of those guys. I agree with you. He's a guy that's let me down a good bit. And I mentioned it earlier when I mentioned him. I was like, man, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of on Porzingis. But you got to think about it. You got Kleber out. Doncic's been playing off the ball a lot more, so he's not garnering as much usage as he normally does. San Antonio's hurt down low, man. They're struggling with the bigs right now, so Porzingis should be able to eat them alive down low. Honestly, do you have good odds playing 20 max entries? I try to do the bigger size ones. I don't really love doing the small ones. I mean, time to time, I'll just straight up. If you're gonna get down to 20. Just go like a head-to-head. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Thad Young, good value today. Thad Young. Let's take a look at Thad Young. Thaddeus Young for the Spurs. Probably. He is 5'7", so he's not the greatest value. I have him projected right around like 27 or so. So I have him kind of under 5X, right around 5X's. He's okay. He's he's fine. Looney versus Bradley, AK backup big man battle. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a little battle. Definitely would side with Bradley in that though. Let's see. Did you see Beverly's pick on DK? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Is it funny? I haven't paid attention. What else we got? Damn, NFL Showdown put me down last night. That game was a joke, man. I hate when that shit happens. Seems like a lot of times, man, these showdown slates that you come into it and you're like, you might have a feeling like for me, the Pittsburgh Chicago slate, I think it was like what, Monday night? I was like, oh, this is an unexciting game. Like, like you know what I mean? I did not have much fun building for that one. I'll tell you that. Um, but I felt pretty good about the Ravens smashing Miami or getting up pretty solid and Lamar being able to do his thing. But Miami figured him out a little bit, was blitzing the shit out of him. He couldn't really do much. And it kind of really held things stagnant, and game script ended up not being the way you expect, but it is what it is. Any injury news we're waiting for? Okay, so as of right now, news that we don't have that we're kind of waiting for and could make a decent impact would be, let's see, Norman Powell is questionable right now for Portland. If Norman Powell's been playing really good basketball too. So you take Norman Powell off for Portland, there are going to be guys who get solid bumps. CJ McCollum will be an amazing play versus Houston. Lillard will get a bump at that point. So yeah, if Powell misses, that'll be solid. Tyrese Halliburton could miss again for Sacramento. But by this point, everybody's price is kind of starting to raise up with him being out already. Who else are we with? DeAndre Hunter and Bogdan Bogdanovic are questionable again. That could end up being great for Hoarder. Obviously, we saw what happened last time. Hoarder could end up being amazing. So that's about it, I believe. There's no really. Draymond's questionable. Damian Lee's questionable. There could be a few guys popped for Golden State, but that's about it. Dolphins beat Ravens when they had to not go 0-16. Yeah, man. Jared Allen is in play once again, just because they're missing so much in Cleveland. Like, Cleveland is a team I have some interest in today for sure, because the matchup's solid against Detroit, and they're just missing a lot of guys. And Jared Allen's still under 8K. I feel pretty good about him hitting 5X. Yo, thank you for switching the drop down on the site to the left. New font, new form. Oh, you like it? Okay, cool. I'm glad you like it, man. If Adams and Powell are out, Clark or Little? If Adams and Powell are both out, Clark or Little? Probably Clark, I would imagine. There are some new picks that are funny. Oh, there's multiple players that got funny picks. Jaylen Brunson? Not too much. Not too interested in Brunson. Let me see. Let me see what his price was. Let me remind myself. He's 6K. Yeah, and I have him projected right at maybe 5X, under 5X. So not super interesting to me, especially when you got like Rubio on the slate, Zach LaVine on the slate that are both guards taking that guard spot up. About, 12 more minutes, y'all. Alvin Kamara has been ruled out against the Titans. Alvin Kamara has been ruled out. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. DeRozan, what's his projection? I have DeRozan at, I'll tell you what I have DeRozan at. I have DeRozan at about 42.3, which has him kind of right there around the 5X mark. I think he's got upside. I think he's solid. How do you feel about Luka Garza on a GPP slate? Garza on GPP. I get it. I think it's interesting for sure for GPP. With Olynyk out, I think it's fine. I'm not going to hate too much on it. I think it's fine. I think Lyles is also solid for GPP as well in that same situation. Best stack game? Best game to stack. I'm not stacking anywhere. Like, I'm not, I do like Cleveland as a value team. But outside of, I'm not like stacking any side. So it's hard to know that. If you're going to stack a game in general, let's see. I mean, probably Portland, Houston, or Minnesota Lakers. I like Bulls game to stack. The Bulls game, obviously, you've got Zach LaVine immediately. DeRozan will be a solid value. Tony Bradley. So, yeah, that makes sense as well. Wiggins if Draymond out. Wiggins will get a bump. Yep. Don't know if you know this, but when you buy access to the NBA Daily, it says buying this will grant you access to MLB. Hold on, let me look. Let me fix that. It's probably a slip up by Uncle Greg. What up, Cam? Thoughts on Nasir Little? Nasir Little's okay. Kemba revenge game, interesting. GPP. Cam, can you give me 3 locks tonight for Yahoo? Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Let me handle this website issue. It says, don't know if you know this, but when you buy access to NBA Daily, it says buying this will grant you access to MLB. NBA Daily. That's weird. NBA Daily. Yeah, I see it. What the hell? All right, I think it's fixed now. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Got that taken care of. Should be good now. Locks today. Okay, so the high five, the updated high five is Rubio, Porzingis, Jokic, LaVine, and Patrick Beverley. I talked about Beverley earlier. I think Beverley is going to be necessary for Minnesota to be able to guard Russell Westbrook. I think that's the matchup they're going to want to set up there. So with that being said, I think they're going to try to have Beverley out there as much as they possibly can on Westbrook. So he's going to play good minutes. And I think he can fall into value at 4-2. So I really like Beverley at value. That it was free because baseball boring. What do you mean? My team is LaVine, Rubio, Rozier, Javante Green, Keldon Johnson, Giannis. That is very GPP. Rubio, Jokic, LaVine, Porzingis, Giannis, who? You want me to do what? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do there? Rubio, Jokic, LaVine, Porzingis, Giannis, who? Question mark. You want me to pick one? Or who get rid of or what? If I had to pick one, Jokic. LaVine, Porzingis, Rubio. I like Giannis. Giannis is okay, but unfortunately I have Jokic ahead. Do you fade any teams when there's a big slate? I don't think of it that way. I think of it as, does the player calculate out to be great? Is the matchup there? After all my research throughout the day, if it's good, be cool. If I end up playing multiple players from a team, then cool. That's so be it. But every player has, statistical reasons and matchup reasons why they are in. I don't just be like, oh, I'm gonna fade this team. I don't want any parts of it. No, because you gotta keep you gotta keep it open. You never know with basketball. You don't want to cancel out a team because then some injury news could come out and really make that team important. So I don't really cancel teams out 100%. It just pretty much comes down to what players I'm really, what players match up and are going to be good plays or not. Javante Green is risky. Same with Garza. For sure. They are. Javante Green is sneaky. Garza's sneaky. So, yeah. Rozier or Barrett? I'm really stuck on this, especially since the one time I faded Barrett, he had 50. Rozier or Barrett? Rozier or Barrett? I go Barrett. That matchup against Charlotte. Charlotte gives up a ton of fantasy points. So I like that. So Jokic Cash, he's 11-4 on Fanduel, but his upside crazy. His upside is crazy, and he is incredibly safe unless he gets kicked out again, and I don't expect him to make that mistake 2 times in a row. So I think he's coming back fresh. He didn't have to play last game. He's coming back with a little more rest than normal. He's got a solid matchup against Atlanta, and he's missing Michael Porter Jr. So he is the top spend up for me, in my opinion. I just noticed I was going like this the entire time, dude. I'll stop. Otto or Bielitsa? Otto Porter or Bielitsa? Otto Porter. He showed Morris what's up with that shove. Jokic wasn't playing. No, he wasn't. I saw that. Damn. Now Morris is out with a neck issue. Whiplash. Give it to me straight. Garland, Levine, Richardson, Basley, Kaminsky, Porter Jr., Connaughton, and Westbrook. Where do my problems start with this? All right, Basley, I'm not super high on. Understand Kaminsky. Don't have a ton of love for Porter Jr. or Connaughton. Westbrook's okay. GPP, you can go Westbrook, so I'm not going to hate it too much. But Porter Jr., Connaughton, and Basley, you could probably do better. You could probably work on that a little bit. Have you thought about doing player prop bets? Yes, I have. The only issue is that I just do not have a ton of time, man. I have a good idea of what I'm expecting to do, but I don't have a ton of time outside of DraftKings and Fanduel and what I do at greenlightdfs.com to really get involved in too much else. I do have greenlightbets.com where I give my money line bets and, those type of bets. But outside of that, I haven't really been doing props. What's up, Cam? I ain't seen you live since the couch. Let's get a DFS squad best advice for 3 entry max DK feeling stars and scrubs. Stars and scrubs makes sense. Jokic is my favorite spend up for today. And then my favorite values are we had Tony Bradley as an amazing value, Patrick Beverley as amazing value, Josh Richardson as amazing value. So we do have solid values, but Jokic is my number one spend up. I don't have any like 2 super studs. Honestly. Back to Josh Hart. If Ingram misses, any new news yet? Let me refresh. Nothing new yet. If Ingram does miss again, then Josh Hart will be interesting again. Honestly, I have a short memory when it comes to DFS. I don't worry too much about what they did. He got ejected for us and sucked. That sucked, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Is 6K too much for Bobby Portis tonight? I think Bobby Portis is still okay in play. I think he's safe for 30, so that would be 5x. So I think he's still fine. For a GPP, if you had no other choice, do you go Cameron Payne or Javonte Green? Because I can totally see the other Bull stars taking over. For GPP, if you had no other choice, Payne or Javonte Green? Let me see. Oh, man. Probably Payne, man. If Ingram misses, lock on Valanciunas. Not necessarily lock, but he's a great play. He's a great play. I'm not sure what time we're going to get that information from. That's the part that sucks, man. Like that game starts at 7. We're going to have some games lock at 6. Like we have Giannis locking at 6. We have like Josh Richardson, Jason Tatum locking at 6. Cleveland value guys, Rubio will be locked at 6:30. Sorry, Milwaukee Boston game 6:30. New York Charlotte. I don't have a ton of New York Charlotte, so I'm probably not going to be locked. My players probably won't start locking until about 6:30. But with that being said, on the New York side, Barrett, Julius Randle, those guys are interesting. Charlotte gives up a ton of fantasy points. Are we needing to build for a $400 point lineup tonight? I don't know. I don't think that it's going to be that crazy tonight. If Jokic going to have a big game, what do you think about Trey on the other side? I think it makes sense. I think he's fine. What was the price difference between those two dudes? I just have Jokic so much more, and I have other guards that I like more than Trey point per dollar. That's the problem. Levine or Lillard? I'm leaning Lillard because he's facing Houston, but he also hasn't had the best start. Point per dollar, Levine. If Norman Powell ends up out, that's going to give a bump to Lillard, and Lillard's been getting it together over the last few games. But Levine right now with no Vooch, Levine point per dollar. Total, that's probably Lillard, but there's a price difference between those two. How do you feel about Rose? Man, I feel like when he gets minutes, he just balls out. Seems like the past few games I agree, man. I love Derrick Rose. I think they need to give the dude 30-some minutes every game. What up, Cam? Low on Plumlee? Let's see. Plumlee against the Knicks. I don't necessarily love it. But I think he's okay. I think he can get you 5x, a little over 5x probably. I have him projected around 25, which puts him a little over 5x. So he's fine. He can do worse. I feel like Alexander could blow out. Which one? Shy? You talking about Shai Gilchrist? Shai Gilchrist against Sacramento is a good matchup, man. They round him up to 9. We need about 45 for 5X. I have him around 41. That's the problem there. We need about at his price tag's gone to the point where it makes it uncomfortable because I have him projected around 41, and so he's not really projecting out for me. How about Oubre again with PJ out? Let's see. Kelly Oubre is interesting with PJ Washington out. We know the upside he possesses for sure. He just doesn't garner too much, usage in that offense. My favorite pay up is Jokic. It's Jokic today. Same Randall could be sneaky. Yeah, Julius Randle sneaky. 20 and 20 tonight. No one on the Hornets can stop him in the paint. No, definitely not. So I agree. I do like Julius Randle. The problem is Julius Randle is power forward, and you have a guy like Porzingis, like we talked about before, who is in a solid spot at only 6'6", who could also drop a 50. Will he drop 50? Probably not, but he could drop a 50. So he could match Randle, technically. And the matchup against San Antonio is great. You still on Barton? Let me see what I have Barton projected out at. A lot of people have mentioned Barton. I have Will Barton around 33.5. So at 6'9", round him up to 7. So I have him less than 5X projected right now. So he's not projecting out as great for me. Do you like any Hawks tonight? Not a ton, but if Bogdan and DeAndre miss, I'm gonna have some more love for Horder again. We'll have to wait and see how that works out. Sadiq Bey or Keldon Johnson? Sadiq Bey or Keldon Johnson? I'm gonna side with Bey. Because with the injuries that we got going on. I have Keldon projected slightly more, but Bay's got the injury bump where San Antonio's got Podol out too. Yeah, it's close. I have Keldon projected slightly higher, so we'll just go Keldon. I'll change that. Tony Bradley chalk. Tony Bradley is an amazing value play. We'll have to wait and see. Like, there is some possible fear about him not playing a ton and them playing small ball or whatever. We'll have to see what happens, but yeah, he's solid value. Favorite late night hammer. Minnesota Laker game. If you want to go GPP, Westbrook AD. On the Minnesota side, I've already talked about Patrick Beverly, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards. Those guys, I have interest in all of them. How do you feel about D'Lo, Russell, and Anthony? Yeah, I just answered that. Who to pair with Jokic? What do you mean? What do you mean who to pair with him? House only 3-6 on Fanduel, played 18 minutes first game back. House should see more minutes than that today, and he's solid value. He's okay. I'm really waiting for the one game where Cam Reddish just puts up 40. Exactly. Yeah, Cam Reddish is a guy who is going to have that big game shortly, especially if these guys keep missing DeAndre Hunter and Bogdan. I would love to know that before the slate starts because Horder will be great. What's Horder's price? Horder's 4K. So, yeah, I would really love to get that news because I already love Jokic on the other side. Giannis or Joker? Joker. Favorite small forward punt on FanDuel? Favorite small forward punt on FanDuel? Let's see. Switch over to FanDuel. We haven't talked a ton about FanDuel yet. Jared Allen, love tonight, should dominate Detroit. Yes, I do like Jared Allen. Jaren Jackson will get a bump with no Brooks, so he is a solid option as well. Small forward punt, right? Yeah, small forward. If we're just going value plays, Eric Gordon's interesting. He could have a big game out of nowhere against Portland. I definitely like him as a value. He's super cheap at 3.9. Who else? How much cheaper can we get here? Jeff Green with Michael Porter out. You could punt that at 3.7. Gallinari, if those two Atlanta Hawks miss, he could be solid as well. How do you feel about Darren Fox tonight, Cam? I think he's okay. I just have so many guard loves tonight that it makes it kind of difficult. You the man, Cam. We winning big tonight. Let's get it. Greenlightdfs.com. Join the squad. Let's get it tonight, man. I'm excited. We got an 11-game slate on tap. Feeling really good about where I'm at right now. Love the slate in general. I'm hoping some of these later injury news stuff like Norman Powell and these guys from the Hawks, I'm hoping that news drops early. That would be fantastic. If not, we'll have to work with what we get and make adjustments after the slate starts. So if you do sign up for greenlightdfs.com today, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Cam_ATL. Everybody in here, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Cam_ATL. And I announce when I post updates on there. So if you join us at greenlightdfs.com, you need to make sure you follow me on Twitter because I will announce when an update has been made. Otherwise, you'll have to just refresh the site all night until you see an update. At least if you follow me, you'll be able to know exactly when an update was made, go make the adjustment and kind of go chill. So tonight might be one of those nights where we have to make multiple changes as the night goes on just to try to improve at any chance we get. So we'll see what happens, but it's going to be a busy night. It's going to be a busy night. Give us a hot take for tonight, Cam. I think that, okay, so one guy, I talked about it earlier. One guy that it never really garners much ownership, but for some reason, he's just grading out as great to me today, and that's Darius Garland. Darius Garland is grading out to me fantastic today. He's in a close spread against Detroit. It's a solid matchup. And he is just grading out as a solid play for me, man. I have him projected at slightly over 35. So if you round that up to 7, I have him over 5x. He's just grading out as a fantastic play for me. I'm going to predict that he drops 40 or more. I think Garland has a big game today, but obviously that could not happen, but he is grading out to me as a fantastic play today. And I feel a solid game out of Darius Garland. I think he's going to be low owned. So that'll be my hot take. Low-owned player that I think easily hits value. I like Garland for GPP, should be low-owned. Exactly, yeah, I think he will be low-owned. And, think about it. They're missing a lot of offense on Cleveland right now. A lot of offense, so he's solid. Porzingis looks pretty good tonight. Yeah, Porzingis is definitely an amazing play today. I like him a lot. Chris Paul isn't getting more ownership. His price has gotten to the level where it's just not necessary. I have Chris Paul projected at 42. So at 9K, he's under 5x. What's up, Kicks Good? How do you feel about Jason Tatum? Anytime Jaylen Brown is out, Jason Tatum is a fine play. For GPP, I like him more tonight because cash games, I haven't had a ton of them. For GPP, I think he's fine, though. Any love for Hayward on Fanduel at 6-1? Hayward, no PJ Washington. You can do worse on Fanduel than him at 6-1. I think he's fine. Everyone will go Allen instead. Allen instead of who? Garland? Jaren Jackson, no Brooks. Jaren Jackson is a fine play. Jaren Jackson is a guy that he's been decently consistent this year, but he's a guy who has screwed me many times. Many times, dude. Like in the best spots, too. You think he's in the best spot, he just gets in foul trouble early and just disappears. Any interest in Alec Burks? Not too much. Terry Rozier. A lot of people have mentioned Terry Rozier. He's okay. There's options I like more at guard, though. Jarrett Allen is 7'8" compared to Garland being 6'7". That's $1,000 difference there. So, yeah, people might go Allen instead. But because of roster construction and me loving Jokic and Tony Bradley being a great value, kind of takes the center position away and kind of, has you kind of build a little differently with roster construction. I do like Bobby Portis. All right, y'all. We're at the 40-minute mark. Thank you guys for joining me. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. The updated high five one last time. Drop a like before you head out, y'all. The updated high five one more time. Let me pull it back up. Greenlightdfs.com if you want to join the squad. Let's smash again tonight. We cashed in last night. Let's see. The updated high five was Ricky Rubio, Kristaps Porzingis, Jokic, Levine, and Patrick Beverley is my favorite, my core 5 right now. Kobe White will probably do decent his first game back. We'll see. Definitely probably limited minutes, though. All right, thank you guys for joining me as always. Drop that like as you head out. Appreciate you guys. And I am out. Let's get it.